Reel me in.
All right, well, I hope there's not going to be any copyright police watching this because for my own personal use and amusement, there's some characters I do not own here.
I don't think they're all that recognizable. I mean, no offense to the artist, but you get the idea without it really crossing any lines.
All right, so for our week ahead, we have got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords and the Fool.
Once again, can be argued that it's one backwards, just like last time. I said it can be argued. It's less strong to me
I'll
this
be
time.
interested to hear you argue that because I think it's a lot. If there's something going on there, it's a lot less obvious.
Less literal. See, that's better.
It's not. All right. So the Apprentice of Wands is trying real hard. He thinks he knows what's going on. He's making a bold effort. I feel like this is most likely to represent our querent this week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You may or may not have hold of the wrong end of the stick, so to speak.
Right.
Right. The Queen of Swords is a take no prisoners queen. She is the logical outcome of not knowing what you're getting yourself into. So you might be getting yourself into, a little pointy situation with your broom wielding this week. But the Fool says that that's okay. It's better to jump in and get some things wrong and get told you're doing some things wrong than it would be to not jump at all.
I can see that, yeah. So yeah, I think that, the meanings of the cards are fairly much, we're in agreement this time. But I'm not sure if the Querent is the Apprentice of Wands or actually the Queen of Swords.
Okay.
And my argument with that is if you read it as if you're the Apprentice of Wands, you feel like you're kind of in a lost position, then that's a good place. That would be you. But if you feel like you're doing okay, and it's not like it's not one of these direct things where it's like you don't want to suffer fools lightly. There's a lot of relationship between these two cards, but not in that way, I don't think. I think it's the idea more of a situation you're finding yourself in is more that precariousness of you're unsure. You don't know, you don't know the outcome. You don't feel comfortable about it. There's something going on that's just like kind of been niggling at the back of your head. Even though like typically you are a take charge person, you know what you're doing, you know what you're about. But the same kind of idea, the Fool, it's that idea of blank slate. It's, the problem you're having with uncertainty is that, it's a lack of power and everything, but the Fool kind of reminds you that's okay. You're not always going to have power in every situation, or in most situations even. And basically the best way to deal with any situation is to remain open to whatever happens and make decisions based on what has already happened, not based on guesses or suppositions or things you don't like.
Based on logic.
And based on logic. Exactly. See?
I feel like Linda Carter is about to lasso Tigger.
You think it's going that way? See, I was thinking this way.
I don't actually know how to throw a lasso, so it could be either way.
Well, technically she'd be aiming towards us.
We're
because that's where she's facing.
Bound to tell the truth about this reading.
Right. Or if you know the history of Wonder Woman, something much darker. Maybe more fun.
Both at the same time, I feel like. That's kind of what I got out of the Wonder Woman history, was that if you're in question, the answer is always both.
Typically.